This video is going to explain how to order decimal numbers. This number reads as 1.6. We know this is a decimal number because it has a decimal point. This is a decimal point. It kind of looks like a full stop. Decimal numbers are parts of a whole. Here we've got one whole one and we've got 0.6, showing it's a decimal. Just like when we order whole numbers, place value is really important. Whole numbers could have thousands, hundreds, tens and units. In this image they're called ones. And now we look at decimal place value. After the decimal point, your place value has tenths, hundredths and thousandths. When we order decimal numbers, there are lots of similarities to when we order whole numbers. So let's see if you can spot them. When we are ordering numbers or decimal numbers, we are basically comparing digits in the same place value columns. Okay, so here we've got three different decimal numbers. We've got 0.5, 1.3 and 0.1. I've made them different colours to make it easier to follow. Now remember, we're comparing the digits in the same columns. Above the numbers, I've put a U for the units column. The units column comes just before the decimal point. So we're looking at 0, we're looking at 1, and we're looking at 0. So let's say we're going from smallest to biggest. We've got 0, and a 0 is the same. 1 is obviously the biggest number in the units column. So 1.3 is our biggest number out of all of these digits. With 1.3 being our biggest, I've put it down this end here, from smallest to biggest. Again, remind yourselves, we're comparing digits in the same column. So now we're looking into the column 1 after the decimal point. And this is called the tenths column, tenths. So here we've got a 5, and here we've got a 1. So the smallest digit is 0.1. And if 0.1 is our smallest decimal, and 1.3 is our largest decimal, then 0.5 goes into the middle. And there we go. We've ordered decimals in ascending order, smallest all the way up to the biggest. You'll notice that I've put the column titles above each digit. TTHS stands for tenths. Now remember, when we're ordering numbers, or decimals in this case, we're comparing digits in the same columns. So here in the units we've got a 1, we've got a 1, and we've got a 1. So at the moment, comparing them from the units alone, they're all the same. So now we move on to the next column. Now we're in the tenths column. We've got a 4, we've got a 6, and we've got a 1. So we know that the smallest out of these three digits is the 1. So 1.1 is our smallest decimal. Now we're looking at the 4 and the 6. So the next smallest number is 4. So 1.4 is our middle number, which leaves us with our biggest number, which is 1.6. In ascending order, smallest to biggest, 1.1, 1.4, 1.6. Thank you for watching this video. I hope now you have a good understanding of ordering decimal numbers. Well done.